Do you feel like you are on a treadmill? As though you have been running faster and faster just to keep up? Will it ever be enough? At work? Outside of work? If you have ever wondered what enough is and how that applies to life in medicine, please join me for the rest of today's episode. Welcome to the Med Ed Well podcast, where physicians get empowered to take the next step in their wellness, personally, professionally, and financially. I'm your host, Dr. Ryan Stejink, a practicing general pediatrician and online entrepreneur. Thank you so much for joining me here on another episode of the Med Ed Well podcast. We're already to episode 30, and I'm so thankful for all of your support, for listening, for subscribing, and for sharing these episodes. If you're looking to get home sooner and to help you with your wellness, check out my free PDF guide, Maximize Your Clinical Efficiency. It's 10 tips to get things done at work so that you can spend more time at home. I'm still implementing some of these things myself, and I want to encourage you to check it out. You can get your copy at mededwell.com/efficiency guide. So today, we're going to be talking about enough. Enough. What is it? Can you achieve that? And exploring what that looks like for you. Personally, professionally, and financially. Before we get into the rest of today's episode, let's hear from today's sponsor. The White Coat Investor has been helping physicians and other high-income professionals with their finances since 2011. Last week, as of the time of this episode, there will have been a number of physicians and other high-income professionals gathered in person and online for the White Coat Investor Physician Wellness and Financial Literacy Conference. After these conferences, they package the lectures, including some that are eligible for CME, in a course. You can get your access through the link in the show notes. All right, now back to today's episode. So what is enough? First, we're going to take a look back at history. J.D. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil. He was the first U.S. billionaire in the early 1900s. A reporter reportedly asked him one time, "How much money is enough?" Rockefeller replied, "Just a little bit more." If a billionaire oil tycoon can't reach enough, can a surgeon, a private practice owner, or an employed primary care pediatrician, can they expect to reach enough? And yet, it is so easy to get caught up in the next thing, that never enough mentality, whether it's more money, more achievements at work, more of any number of things. So today, what does enough look like for you? We're going to cover some potential pitfalls and how certain expectations and intentionality can lead to contentment, ultimately supporting wellness. So the first area, what is enough professionally? So the achievement reward cycle starts early. Good job. You can get into medicine. You're a good student. You get lots of positive reinforcement. It's easy to then make achievement more central than learning. I work hard and therefore I do well, rather than I work hard and am learning or I'm serving others, something along those lines. The first big wake-up call here for many is in medical school. Everyone is working hard, but not everyone can get top score on exams or on boards. And yet, it's easy to wonder if your work will be enough, if your achievement will be enough. It doesn't just end in medical school. What specialty did you match into? Did you get a resident teaching award? That job offer? That academic promotion? That grant? Sure, you need to work hard and get some of these things taken care of to move forward in your career. But wrapping up your identity in being an achiever can be exhausting. I was a good student who failed my first histology test in medical school. That was hard. But I learned new things about myself, how to learn, how to change things up when something wasn't working. These were things that I learned that otherwise I would not have learned, at least at that time. It was learning to be content where I was, still in medical school, with the opportunity to learn about myself and to take that next step forward. For you, maybe you had to repeat a rotation, apply for the match again, reconsider what specialty that you were competitive for, or maybe apply for jobs in other geographic locations. But in reaching out to others for help, for encouragement, you can be reminded that you are more than your achievements. You can learn and grow even in challenging times. So first, professionally, and then second, looking at enough financially. Rockefeller said enough was a little bit more. It's easy to fall into this in medicine because there is so much delayed gratification. And with many in medicine with a lot of loans, we can become numb to the debt that we have. Then there's the transition to residency and the transition to being an attending. There may be a little bit more at each transition, but that can lead to lifestyle inflation. Some of this is expected, reasonable, or common, but it's easy to use the "I deserve this" and then inflate spending too much or too quickly. It could be housing, car, trips, something else. Enough, however, allows you to prioritize the future while still taking care of current needs and some of the wants. By not overinflating my lifestyle in the transition from residency to attending, I had the flexibility when I faced burnout to go from 1.0 to now 0.85 for my FTE. Maybe you want a different FTE. You want less call, something else, or maybe you want the option to be able to decrease it later. Maybe your thing is wanting to save intentionally towards financial independence, or to be able to give to important causes to you. The key thing is intentionality. And by using that intentionality, you have choices and you have options. So in examining what is enough for you, first we looked at professionally, second, financially, but then third, personally. This gets to fundamental priorities. What drives you? Professional and financial things can play into this, but deeper than that, it's your core values and your identity. Who are you? What are your priorities? What is enough time? Slowing down and finding margin, you may be able to say, I have enough, and can change whatever it may be in order to better align with your priorities. Do you want to prioritize more time with family, picking up a new hobby, or resuming an old one? Maybe you want to volunteer somewhere. Maybe you want to start a side gig. Maybe you want to go part-time or just change your hours. Maybe you're looking for a job that fits other priorities better, whether family or otherwise. Many do not have as many options, and these opportunities may be a luxury that others don't have. But it's always good to reflect on the choices that you do have. In this reflection, it's also good to look at, what do I need? What do I prioritize? Not just what do I say I prioritize, but how does my time usage reflect that? How can I choose my response in the current situation to pursue my priorities and contentment? So we have talked more generally about what is enough and what do contentment and priorities look like. But now it's your turn. Imagine if you said, I have enough in one of these areas. What would look different? Would you change your clinical time? Would you change jobs? Would you realize that time with friends or family was the experience or thing that you actually want to prioritize? That your achievements and impact at work go beyond the academic tenure track? Maybe it's more about the people and colleagues. You have to decide what your priorities are and how this could look for you. But I want you to take time this week. Take time and consider how contentment could shape your pursuit of enough. Write down a few reflections and then a specific action step. Share that with me or with someone that's important in your life, and take that next step today. Thank you so much for joining me here on episode 30 of the MedEdWell podcast. Please subscribe to this podcast if you haven't already. Share this episode with someone that you think might benefit from listening as well. If you can take a moment and leave a review, it helps others find this podcast. I also want to encourage you to get your free guide to help you get things done at work faster so that you can pursue your next step in wellness. Check out my free efficiency guide at mededwell.com/efficiency guide. Check out a course from White Coat Investor at the link in the show notes as well. Before we go, I want to thank you for all that you do to care for your patients, for your families, for yourselves, for our communities. I really appreciate all of the investment and sacrifice that you have made and want to encourage you in these difficult times. Come back and join me for the next episode, and have a great day. And now for our important disclaimer. Dr. Ryan Stejink is a practicing general pediatrician, but the MedEdWell podcast does not reflect the views, opinions, or belief of his employer nor his affiliated university. Additionally, the MedEdWell podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered advice regarding financial, legal, student loan, medical, or any other specific topic. In such a case, you should seek consultation with a certified professional in that particular area. Again, thanks for joining us on the MedEdWell podcast, and have a great day.